A major water crisis has finally reached a turning point for residents of St. Peters and St. Charles, Missouri. After days of uncertainty and strict water conservation measures, both cities have officially lifted their boil advisories. The city of St. Charles announced the update around 11:45 a.m. on Sunday, followed shortly after by St. Peters at 8 a.m. the same day. This marks the end of a tense chapter for the community. But the story behind the crisis and the lessons it leaves behind deserve closer attention. And this is the part most people miss. The root cause of the problem wasn't a natural disaster or aging infrastructure alone, but a preventable accident involving a private contractor. Let's break it down. The crisis began when a critical water main, shared between the two cities, was damaged by a contractor's equipment on Thursday. This pipeline, a lifeline for both communities, was repaired by Friday night, but not before triggering a cascade of challenges. St. Charles Mayor Dan Borgmeyer described the situation as a community problem, urging residents to conserve water to avoid pressure drops. "We're using all of our reserve water," he warned, "so your faucet might not work at full force." The city even issued a strict water conservation order, banning lawn watering, car washing, and pool filling, a move that tested the patience of locals like Jean Crinian, who turned off her garden's soaker hoses. "It's a typical thing for here," she said, noting the area's history of aging pipes. But here's where it gets controversial. While the city scrambled to manage the crisis, Missouri American Water clarified that its customers in the county were unaffected. This raised questions about communication gaps and whether residents were adequately informed. Meanwhile, the upcoming Festival of the Little Hills, set to draw up to 100,000 people, had to adapt. Organizers stockpiled 1,200 gallons of bottled water and ensured all food and drinks were prepared safely. "It's an extra step, but business as usual," said Brent Scholz, a festival organizer. Now that repairs are complete, crews are flushing the pipeline to ensure water quality. Only after lab tests confirm safety will the boil advisory be fully lifted. Until then, residents are still advised to boil water for at least 3 minutes before drinking, cooking, or brushing teeth. The process highlights a broader issue. How often do we take our water systems for granted? With aging infrastructure and the risks of human error, how prepared are we for the next crisis? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think the city should hold the contractor more accountable for such incidents? Share your perspective in the comments below. Copyright 2025, KMOV, all rights reserved.